Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali from Excel Basement. In this video, we will learn 9 different types of time intelligence DAX, in which we will be calculating current period month to date, current quarter to date, current year to date, and then we will apply 3 more concepts, that is previous MTD, previous QTD, which is quarter to date, previous year to date, and then based on a concept month on month, which will be the same period last year, then quarter on quarter, current period compared to the last year quarter, and then year on year, which is YoY, again same period last year concept. So let's get started. First, understand the data which I have in this Excel sheet, and I have already imported this Excel sheet as a table in my Power BI file. So as you can see here, in the data set we have 3 columns: dates, segment, and amount. And the data which starts from 1st of January 2019, and the last date in our this table is 25th of December 2020. Okay, and so this means that there are 2 years, 2019 and 2020. So it starts from 1st January 19 till 25th of December 2020. Now how we can drive some numbers like we want current MTD or current QTD or YTD from this current year or the latest year which you have in the data set, and then we will move forward for the previous time periods and same period last year time periods. Okay, so let's get started in Power BI. So the first calculation which I will be applying on my this Power BI file is to find the current MTD balance, current month to date balance. Now for that we need to basically create an explicit measure. For that, on the home tab you will find new measure button, click on that. So a formula bar will appear, and first we will define a name which is current MTD equal to TOTALMTD bracket open. Now the first is the expression. Okay, so expression means that what kind of calculation we want to do. So definitely we want to sum of the amount column from the balances table, right? Now this particular expression I need to write every time when I will be calculating quarter to date or year to date. So I don't want to write it again and again. So what I can do is I can create before calculating the total MTD or even the other time periods, what I can do is I can just make one more explicit measure which will be summing the amount column from the balances table. So I can call that explicit measure in this particular DAX. So before going to that, let me rename this as total sales, and here let me write sum of balances amount column. So let's first create our explicit measure. Now we can call this total sales measure into another explicit measure where we'll be writing the DAX for calculating the current MTD QTD YTD or previous time periods MTD QTD and YTD. So I will now click on new measure again, and let's start with current MTD balance. So starting with total MTD. So now in the expression I don't need to write sum or anything like that. I can just call that total sales explicit measure here. So here it is, then comma. Now I need to define the dates. So there is a DAX called DATESMTD, and in this particular DAX I need to define the dates which are in my balances table, which is the fact table, and I have one column that is dates, and bracket close. So I will drag this current MTD on my canvas here, and let's put it and change this visual into a card. So the current MTD balance is 1204. Let's check in Excel file. So as you know that the latest year in our data set is for 2020, and the current MTD will be the last month in my data, which is for the month of December 2020. So if I sum here manually, so I will get 1204, which is exactly same we have calculated the current MTD balance with the help of DAX, right? Now next is how to calculate current QTD. So let's start again. Click on new measure. First define the name current QTD. Now starting with TOTALQTD, again we will call the explicit measure, which is total sales, and here we will write DATESQTD, and we know that we have a column which is of dates in the balances table. Bracket close, press the enter key, and just renaming that DAX. So I will drag this on this canvas and convert into card format. So the balance is basically 4172. Let's check this number as well. I will go to my Excel sheet, and the current QTD is basically from the month of October till the December 2020, right? So if I sum this manually, and I will get the answer 4172, which is exactly same in my Power BI file, right? Now current YTD. So again I will click on new measure, and I will write the name first for this measure, current YTD. So starting with total YTD, pick the total sales, and then dates YTD from the balances table, the dates column, bracket close. And this is the current YTD balance we have. Convert this into a card. It's 18K. So let's make this as none display unit, so 18027. And if we check this number in our Excel file, so let me cross check that as well. So starting with because it's a YTD balance, current YTD though, so logically the current year is basically 2020 in our data set. So I will do the sum from 1st of January till the last date, and it gives me 18027, which is exactly the same number here. Okay, so now we will calculate the previous MTD, previous QTD, and previous YTD. So basically this current MTD based on our data set is the balance of for the month of December. So if the current MTD is for the month of December, so the previous MTD will be the balance for the month of November, right? For the same year. So let's get start and create a new measure here. And first we will give a name, so previous MTD, and we will write calculate the total sales for previous month, and pick the dates from dates MTD, balances table, dates column, bracket close, and press the enter key. And we will put this previous MTD to our canvas, convert this into a card. So now this gives me 1476 previous MTD balance. Okay, so let's check this as well. For the month of November 2020, so if I write equals to sum, and I will select the 30 days of the November, right, bracket close. So it gives me 1476, which is exactly the same. So this is current MTD according to my data set. The current month is basically the December of 2020, and the previous MTD is the month of November. Then this is the current QTD according to my data set, which is the October, November, and December for 2020. So the previous quarter will be basically July, August and September, right? So how to execute that? Again, new measure, and here we will write previous QTD. So starting with calculate total sales, comma, previous quarter, dates QTD, and from the balances table there is a dates column, bracket close. Press the enter key, previous QTD, drag this and make this as a card, which is 5021. So I will put it here, and let's check this number as well. So technically this starts from July, August and September, right? So this will be the 7th month of 2020. So equals to sum, this is the July, August and September, and it gives me 5021 for the previous quarter, and this number is exactly same here. Now previous YTD. Okay, so again I will go to new measure, and I will say previous YTD, and here I will write calculate total sales, comma, then previous year, dates YTD, and from the balances table dates column, bracket close, enter. I will drag this previous YTD and convert that into a card, and I will make this call out value as none. Okay, so this will be 17764. So this 17764 previous YTD will be the sum of 2019 full year, because if the current YTD year to date is for the current year, which is 2020 in my data set, from 1st of January till December, so previous YTD will be technically of the last year, which is 1st of January 2019 till 31st of December 2019. So let's check this number as well. So if I sum this number for previous YTD, and if I select till December, so it will give me a number here which is 17764, which is technically right here. Now last three DAX or the calculations we will be doing is month on month, quarter on quarter and year on year. So as you know that the current MTD is for the year 2020 for the month of December, and we want to compare this with last year December month. So how are we gonna do that? So let's click on new measure, and I will give a name same period last year MTD. Okay, and I will start with calculate, and in the expression I will have the current MTD explicit measure, comma, then I will write a DAX which is same period last year in the filter of calculate, and here I will select the column from my balances table for the dates, and I will close the bracket. So same period last year MTD balance will be here, and I will say convert into a card, which is 1649. So this particular 1649 is the balance of 2019 December. Okay, so let's check this as well here in this Excel sheet. So I will go to 2019, and I will sum the December here, only the month of December for the last year, and this is 1649, and this is exactly the same. So current MTD is based on the latest year in my data set, which is 2020 for the month of December, and this is December 2019. This previous MTD is for the month of November 2020. So remember that these three are different calculations. So same period last year quarter to date balance. So technically, if this 4172 is quarter to date balance is based on 2020 for the month of October, November and December 2020. So now we need same period last year time, which will be October, November and December for 2019. Okay, so how we gonna do that? It's easy. Again, I will click on new measure and let's give a name first. Same period last year QTD balance. Starting with calculate, we will call here current QTD explicit measure, and we will say same period last year balances dates column, bracket close. And here is the explicit measure. Convert that into a card, which is 4814. Okay, and same period last year YTD balance. So click on new measure and let's give a name, same period last year YTD balance. So starting with calculate, current YTD, then same period last year and the dates column from the balances table, bracket close. So same period last year YTD balance, convert that into a card and call out value will be none for the display units, which will be technically the same because previous YTD is also based on 2019 and same period last year is also 2019, right? So in this video we have learned so far 9 different kind of calculations based on some time intelligence DAX, and I have also cross-checked the numbers from this Excel sheet. Thing is that as you can see here in my fact table, there are a lot of now explicit measures here, and we want to shift all the explicit measures into a different table, right? So what we can do is a simple technique is that I will go to modeling tab, I will click on new table and here I will just press the enter key. So I will get my a table and I will go to modeling tab. Okay, and first I will rename this as all measures, and now I will say that selecting all these explicit measures. So I will just right click on this balances table, and there in this contextual menu there is a option called select measures. So click on that, automatically all the explicit measures will be select, and then I will say that the home table will not be the balances. The home table for all these explicit measures is all measures. So all my explicit measures will go in that particular table, right? I can hide this column as well. Okay, and now again there are a lot of measures and I want to create a group for each of them. So it's very easy. With the control key I have selected this 3 different measures of current time period, which is MTD, QTD and YTD, and I want to basically put it into a folder. So here in the properties tab you can see there is a feature called display folder. So I will write current period and enter key. So there will be a hierarchy, there will be a small icon of the folder, and you can just expand and collapse this folder, right? Similarly with these 3 previous explicit measures, I will create a folder for that as well, previous periods, and that will be in that particular folder. And for same period last year, I will select these 3 explicit measures, and this will be same period last year folder. So now if I go back So you can see that I have all the explicit measures into a separate table, and we have 3 folders: current period, previous periods, and same period last year. So it will be easy to navigate between the DAX, easy to drag and drop and understand for the understanding purpose, right? Thank you.